Okay, you're going to tell me these are the best two teams in women's basketball? This is as good as it gets, huh? Let's just watch this entire sequence. All right. Air balls happen. That's okay. See what this point guard does here. All right. There's two. Ionescu, she's a legend, right? Uh-oh. Stuck in the corner. This is game 5. This is the final game of the WNBA finals. The best of the best. Yeah, the face says it all.
By dubbing Caitlin Clark, the WNBA lost $40 million this year, but it makes sense since these are the two best teams in women's basketball. This is as good as it gets. A championship Game 5, winner take all. The best of the best. The highest level of competition that the sport has to offer. I honestly don't know which team is better because it reminds me of old NBA highlights from the 1950s, and this is why all the new WNBA fans think that every player apart from Caitlin Clark is not good enough to make them turn on a TV and start watching.
The New York Liberty pulled off an overtime win against the Minnesota Lynx to secure their first ever franchise WNBA championship. The Minnesota Lynx head coach, Cheryl Reeve, was irate over the official decision to uphold a call, going far as to say the official robbed the Lynx of a title. I believe that the defender beat Breonna Stewart to the spot, but I also knew ain't no way in hell they're going to overturn that call. I don't believe it should have been a foul. Right. It should have been a call. They bailed your teammates, bailed you out. That's why it's a team.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to the New York Liberty, this year's WNBA champs for the first time, and Stewie did it. She said that's why she went there. She wanted to be the first, and congratulations, Jonquel Jones. Now she has a Finals MVP, and she has a regular season MVP.
We appreciate watching people who are good at something do something that they're good at. We're not really into watching people struggle at something. You know what I'm saying? That's unless it's funny and we watching it for comedic reasons. I don't really see a world where we tune in, everybody's tuning in to watch some people struggle to put the ball through the hoop. Because that's really what it ends up being for a lot of these. If you just sit and watch any regular WNBA game, even the one with the Caitlin Clark girl, all of them, it's like you're watching like a lower level of a sport that already exists. So why would I even tune into it when I know there's a better product? The only thing is that they don't run concurrently with the NBA. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, my mind is fine with not watching basketball during the WNBA months because there's other things going on. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, baseball, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really, but yeah, it's like, why would I stop what I'm doing? Why would I turn off, you know what I'm saying, a great baseball game if I were to even watch? If I said I'm going to watch a sporting event, why would I? All right, and we got Dodgers Mets playing, and we got Liberty, whatever the fuck this other team was, the Lynx, Liberty versus Lynx. Why would I watch that? The other thing, it's like you're forcing us to now we have to learn all these new characters and shit like that. Like, truthfully, American sports is more akin to like a soap opera, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, we got all these characters and shit like that, and they got all these little storylines going on, you know what I'm saying? In the NFL, it's, you know, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift dating, and how is that going to affect the Chiefs' chance to win a Super Bowl? Is the team going to get distracted? And Lamar Jackson, is he ever going to be able to beat the Chiefs? And Joe Burrow, the Bengals don't want to pay Joe Burrow. And in basketball, it's LeBron getting to play with his son, and it's all this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're telling us now we have to learn these new characters, these girls, you know what I'm saying? No offense to them, but like, they suck at the sport they're playing. And by suck, I mean in the same vein that Brian Scalabrine was telling them niggas, like, yo, like, I may suck on the NBA level, but like anywhere else on this planet, I'm giving niggas buckets. I'm better than all you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all suck on like a regular level. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are like, I would say, like, the average WNBA player, just from what I've seen, is probably on the same level as maybe like a really, 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 really nice middle schooler. You know what I'm saying? Guy, I guess. You know, because I see some of these niggas, like, for instance, Mikey Williams would have been the best. He would have been the best WNBA player of all time back when he was like 13. That nigga like, what, 15 now? 17? I don't fucking know. No, I think he about to go to college. Yeah. He would have been the best WNBA player of all time back when he was like 15, 13. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's LeBron's son? Both of them, really. Bronny low-key might be dog shit, but like on an NBA level. You know what I'm saying? So like, why would, if I would be unwilling to tune in to watch the NBA G League. That's what people aren't ever like. Why are their ratings not being measured up to the G League? Like, I'm assuming their ratings are way better than the G Leagues, but I would just go out on a limb, you know, so just a wild guess and say that their numbers are closer to the NBA G League than they are to even NCAA, let alone the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny as hell, like, that the willingness that these people have to just pour and piss money down the drain for this project. This project has been going on for over 20 years. I didn't look that up. I think they said, I think I heard it. I don't know. Oh no, nigga, this the clip I just seen in the beginning. No, I was about to say I fucking heard it from TV. No, I heard it from this Whitlock nigga. This shit been around for what, like 25 years? So it was like mid-90s y'all came up with this shit, bro, and it's still not making no money. Like, that shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I applaud them for, you know what I'm saying, paying ESPN to act like this is interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's funny every time I hear niggas on TV act like they really give a fuck about what's happening. Like, Shannon Sharp was really trying to break down this shit, like, nigga, you don't care, bro. Like, you're being paid to care, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a hater on agenda pushing. I just prefer to. I think I hold myself accountable when I'm not aware that there's an agenda being pushed to me. I think that's what it is, more so than like I'm mad that, oh, they're trying to sell me. You know what I'm saying? That the Super Bowl is trying to sell me fucking Doritos. Like, I'm not mad they're trying to sell me Doritos. You know what I'm saying? I need to be aware that this whole sporting event is literally just to sell me Doritos and Mountain Dew and fucking insurance. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's for. You know, if you know that. But yeah, like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping as far as like them trying to force this to be a thing. It's just like everybody's acting like they don't know. They're acting like they don't know that they suck at basketball. They're acting like they don't know that, like, this is not a good product. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is this still a thing? It's crazy to me because it's like, when it comes to professional football, they're constantly starting and dropping like developmental leagues like the USFL and the AF. And it was the UFL, then it was the USFL, then it was the AFL, and then XFL. And we got all of these leagues and shit like that they pour money into to throw them on Fox and all this shit and throw them on these major networks in that like time frame, that fucking 12-month, it seemed like time frame in the NFL offseason. But when it's not working, they just say, fuck it, screw the whole league, and they throw it in the trash. This shit, geez, let it go, bro. Let it go. Like, let it go. Let it. And then Angel Reese had to be the one as far as like characters to break the fourth wall, I would say. Like, Angel Reese had to be the one to break the fourth wall with this WNBA shit and pretty much let it be known that they understand as much as we understand. You know what I'm saying? She said, like, pretty much acknowledged the idea that, yeah, I live how do I say it? Like an expensive lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? As far as where I stay and what I do. And there's no way that that the WNBA, I should say specifically, would be able to support my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just pretty much acknowledged, like, I'm doing this for a hobby and pretty much to, like, feed into my off the court ventures. You know what I'm saying? But, like, that's really what it should be. You know what I'm saying? WNBA players, I I don't think they understand they're in a burning building. I think when you listen to these women talking like First Take and stuff about basketball and women's basketball and all this shit, they talk about it like it's on the rise. Nigga, no, the building is on fire. It's been burning for a long ass time. But I mean, the sun has been burning for billions of years. Like, eventually it's gonna die out. Look it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? This building will not just continue to just burn forever, nigga. Like, it'll burn down. And for all the women that are in this burning building, take this opportunity to pull out a camera and start recording. Make some content out of it. A day in the life of a WNBA player. No matter how sad or how fun it could be, like, turn this into something else, my nigga, because this is, like I said, it's a dying industry for you guys. Like, women's basketball is a dying industry. You know, it's sports that are more tailored toward the average female, like, physique and average female capabilities. Basketball is not one of those things. You know, soccer is. I think all of this money that ESPN is wasting on this fucking dumbass sport, all of this money that NBA is wasting on this dumbass sport, funnel that money into soccer. Women's soccer is solid. Like, it's solid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was it? It wasn't the Women's World Cup. It was the women's, it was like a European national type, whatever the fuck, cup or some shit like that. I was watching and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was watching to see how fine the hose was and shit like that. Because it was like Spain versus Colombia or something like that. Big surprise, though. All the women, the Spanish ones, they look like fucking Caitlin Clark, right? The Colombian bitches was looking way too good to be that good at sports, man. And yeah, I don't even remember. The game went on for fucking ever because they was selling the fuck out of the penalty kicks and shit. Whatever. That sport is way better than women's basketball, though. Like, drop it. Women's combat sports way better than women's basketball. These female UFC fighters, they be fucking boxing because it's like, it don't have to look as difficult because the problem with women's basketball is that they're fighting, instead of just fighting another woman, instead of in soccer, you're just sort of, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not really, you're pretty much, the conflict is with the woman that's defending you. The problem with women's basketball is that they're struggling in the battle against the rim. So NBA players, we love the players who make it look easy to score. You know what I'm saying? The defensive guys like Rudy Gobert, who the fuck is a Rudy Gobert fan? No, we like people who make it look easy to score. We like people who have a crazy handle. People who master the battle between man and basketball and basketball court. You feel me? Well, these women are losing the battle damn near every day. Every time they step on the court, they losing that battle between woman basketball and basketball court. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've heard people say they need to lower the rim. No, they need to make a sport that's not vertical. I mean, not they need to make a sport. There are sports that are not vertical. I'm not trying to sound fucked up, but that's not a common strength of women. You know what I'm saying? Verticality, meaning like jumping and shit like that. Like, you rarely hear that. You know what I'm saying? You hear more about women's cardio. Like, that's a space they can excel in and shit like that. Not strength and vertical and explosion and shit. That's not what the female body seemingly excels in. I don't know. I'm not a fucking biologist. I'm just going off of what this basketball shit look like. You know what I'm saying? But I'm watching these motherfuckers miss layups and shit like that, like, consistently. Yeah, pretty much once a game you'll see a woman miss a wide open layup. You know, so I don't want to say hand-eye coordination seemingly is not a real, you know, a common strength amongst women, but I think because even guys who play sports, you grow up playing video games and shit like that. You grow up playing with action figures where you motherfucking quickly moving and shifting his arms like this to make him look like he punching, and then you like working on that shit from day one as a kid. Whereas with girls, I don't know. I don't have any sisters. Maybe they do too. You know what I'm saying? I got female cousins, and when I seen them play with their Barbies, it was more so just them just holding the Barbie and talking for her and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really particularly recall seeing them, you know what I'm saying, taking a John Cena or they Rey Mysterio, you know what I'm saying, and first having him like brace like he finna punch, right? Then I gotta bend his knee upward, then straighten it out real quick to make it look like he just kicked him. Then I gotta boom, bounce him off the rope, bring him back, pull up the nigga's arm like this though, to clothesline the nigga. Boom, now he on the ground, get him on top of the top rope. Then I gotta, you know what I'm saying, go like first I gotta make him crouch forward, no diddy, and then like do like all right, no, instead of that one, like, so, I like, say if I want to go frog splash, right? Frog splash is like, boom, he already crouched. Then you got to, boom, straighten him out, extend him, no diddy again. This looks very diddy, but it's cool. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then you got to compress back. Then you got to, boom, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to frog splash because that's the only way I can play with my wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not that, I don't know if like I said, maybe girls was doing that growing up. I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But I know, you know what I'm saying, for a fact, when I was playing Budokai 3, like, nigga, I'm going from spamming square and triangle and circle and shit like that into, now I gotta perp and wiggle the analog. This all sounds crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that exists for girls because they seemingly almost all struggle with hand-eye coordination just off of watching them try and dribble a basketball. And you know, it's not, like I said, man, it's sports. It's sports that I feel like fit the average woman's physical capabilities. Those sports need to be invested in. If y'all want to invest in women's sport, I feel like they're just doing this because they want women to be able to play basketball for a living, as if it's some like right. Like, it's a privilege for even the niggas to do it. I mean, that do it. It's a privilege that they even do it. They only are able to do it because we all want to watch them play. It's not because they deserve the money. No, it's that we're willing to pay our time, attention, and hard-earned dollars to watch them play basketball for fucking 2 hours. And during that time span, they'll sell us commercials. The problem with the WNBA is we're not going to watch these bitches play basketball, so y'all can't sell us y'all trash-ass fucking Fruity Pebbles. You know what I'm saying? Fruity Pebbles is fire. I meant to say Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops suck. Like, you know, like, y'all not going to be able to sell us these commercials. You know, and so the league is now useless because if you can't sell commercials, what the fuck are you on TV for? Straight up.